Hey everybody, today we're going to go over setting up the perfect A-rig. A lot of people have frustration when it comes to setting these up because it does take a lot. So I'm going to show you guys how to set it up perfect and even show you a little tip and secret right at the end of this video that I found to be super cool for storage. Let's get into it.
Well, let's start off with 5 Kitex. They're all in the 2.8 inch. 4 of them I'm going to be using Pro Blue, and 1 of them is going to be in the electric blue and chartreuse color. And we'll get to where those are going next. Second, you need 2 screw locks. These are going to be for your top 2 wires. They're going to be your teaser swim baits. Next, we have our 3 lead heads. Now, I'm throwing 2 1/4 ounce lead heads and 1 3/8 ounce lead head. Your 3/8 ounce or heavier lead head is going to go on your middle wire or back wire to make that thing swim right. So the first thing you want to do when you get your A-rig out is really spread these wires out. Besides your middle wire, you want that one to stay straight. Secondly, we're going to cut the swivels off our top 2 wires so that there's only bare wires. We're going to add screw locks to that eventually, and those will be our teaser baits up on top. So adding the screw lock is pretty simple. You just screw it onto that bare wire loop. It's going to hang off the end nice and straight for when you add your swim bait as a teaser on the A-rig. So these 2 bottom prongs are where your lighter hooks are going to go, and this back prong is going to be your heavier hook. Adding the hooks to your clips is really easy. Just unclip it, put your hook on, clip it back up, and it should look like that. Now we get to some fun where we're actually putting swim baits on. Your teasers, you're just going to twist those on to the screw lock and make sure they're straight. Next, put your swim baits on your hooks. I'm putting all my Pro Blue on my teasers and my 2 lighter hooks. My electric blue and chartreuse shad is going on my straight wire or back heavy hook. So everything is Pro Blue shad except for my back heavy hook. That's going to have the electric blue shad on it. That's because that one tends to get bit more. And having a little bit different swim bait can make all the difference. Thank you guys for following along. That's how I set up my A-rig. I literally have caught a lot of fish on this thing, and it attracts the big ones and attracts them from far away. So it's a dangerous tool to use at morning light or when there's clouds in the air, a little bit of wind, something to make sure that those fish can't see it super clear. It's a very powerful thing to have in your tool bag. Lastly, I told you I would show you something that you probably wouldn't even think to use on A-rig, and that's an O-ring. You're probably saying right now, we all know how to throw a Senko, but check this out. I'm going to put an O-ring on this A-rig. You're probably thinking, what the heck can an O-ring do for an A-rig? Well, I'll show you, buddy. So, when you're not using the O-ring, it looks like that. And you can fish your A-rig just like that. But if you're a co-angler who's afraid to put an A-rig on their boat because it's gonna snag all your rods, check out what the O-ring can do for you. You're gonna slide that bad boy down and you're gonna store your A-rig just like that. And if you're worried about the fish seeing your O-ring, you're crazy because there's 5 wires on the back of your lure. Alright guys, that's it for me. I'm Patrick with Bass Bros Fishing. Have a good day. Join ABA and fish some tournaments this year.